and welcome to the Carroll High School, where we have the home Carroll Tigers taking on the Carlisle Wildcats in a Raccoon River Conference matchup. Tonight, the boys basketball team will have a kid captain, and our boys basketball team kid captain for the night is Tate Beckman. Tate is the son of Tom and Chris Beckman, and Tate is the fourth grader. Excuse me. Our boys basketball kid captain will be Tate Beckman. Tate is the son of Tom and Chris Beckman, and Tate is a fourth grader at Adams Elementary this year. Help us in welcoming one of our future Tiger basketball stars and tonight's kid captain, Tate Beckman. Tonight, the Tigers are 5-4 going into this game with a crucial win over Boone on the road right before the break, and Carlisle is 0-9 as of now with a lot of not very close games. But key stuff tonight to look at, we have both Trey Hunter and Marcus Wagner not playing for the Tigers because Marcus hurt his ankle in a scrimmage and Trey was sick for a little bit. And then for the Carlisle Wildcats, I think they got everybody ready to go tonight. But Ethan, I just want to welcome my co-host here, Ethan Osterland, who was in the JV basketball game today. Ethan, what do you see going into the game from both teams?
Yeah, Carlisle is having a little bit of a disappointing season so far. Haven't won a game yet. So far, their best performance is an 11-point loss to Boone, the second worst team in the conference. I expect Carroll to speed up the game, probably throw a press at them like we did to Boone, score a lot of points, and dominate inside. Carlisle doesn't have anybody over the height of 6'1", I believe, so Tanner and Evan should be able to just eat it up inside. And they shouldn't have any problem scoring.
Yeah, tonight should be an interesting matchup for the Tigers, where you lose two of your guys that are in the rotation, where you're going to have to rely on some guys that don't normally play a lot of minutes to step up and score. And then tonight also, the Tigers should look to, as if they are up big enough, put some of the guys that haven't played much in yet so that you know who can do what on the varsity court.
Yeah, you can't ever underestimate these teams. When you look up at the conference championship banner, you see an empty spot in the year 2020. That would be because we were having a really good season. All we had to do was go to Carlisle and win. Carlisle only had like 4 wins on the board, and we lost. The ball got thrown out of bounds, and I think we lost by 2 or 3 points. You really can't underestimate any team. Everybody can battle. But it is important to win this game and the next couple of games to get yourself back into conference play, get back into the contention for the conference championship. Right now we have 3 losses, and compared to Bondurant, who has none, we're in a bit of a hole. We have to bank on Bondurant losing a few games. We have to bank on North Polk losing a few games and Ballard losing a few games. So we need to ride this. We have 4 games here against some teams that haven't been performing very well. We need to take advantage of that and ride a 4-game win streak into North Polk when we play them here in a few weeks, and hopefully come away with a win there and try and move on and take control of the conference.
Yeah, Ethan, as you do say that, you did show me tonight that Bondurant will be taking on North Polk tonight, so
yep.
I think tonight's the night where Bondurant should take that first loss. If they do, that is pivotal for the Tigers, who have, as you said, have to pick up 4 wins and then hope that what happened last year with North Polk at home does not happen again.
To be honest, I don't really see Bondurant losing 3 games all year, even in their non-conference teams. Bondurant's a special team. Over Christmas break, they scrimmaged Waukee, and if you know Waukee, they have a top 10 recruit in the state, Omaha Ballou, 5-star recruit heading to Iowa State next year. They scrimmaged Waukee, and they beat them. They beat them by 2 points in Waukee. So Bondurant's a scary team.
Yeah, I did not know that, and my reaction was very scared because I did have the chance to talk to one of the coaches of the Carroll staff tonight, or not tonight, but one of the coaches on the staff, and they did say that they think Bondurant's not going to drop more than 1 or 2 games, and I think you got to be right up there, though, if you want to make it. If you're not going to make the conference, if you're not going to win the conference title, you got to go to state then.
I could see Bondurant going all the way at state. They have the talent. Colby's been there for all 4 years, and they have multiple first-team all-conference caliber guys. I would not be surprised if they make a deep run at the tournament.
Yeah, I really do like Bondurant this year. They're just all around a good team, and they're built for Raccoon River Conference success, and not even that, just also Iowa basketball success.
The only way we can realistically get back in it is if North Polk beats them tonight. Then we need Ballard to beat them, and we need to beat them. And Ballard needs to drop 2 to whoever. We need to beat them again, and then somebody else can beat them. And North Polk obviously needs to lose 2 more. And we need to hold off Winterset, who we're currently tied with. So if we can do all those things, put together a run over after Christmas break here, and try and get into it, I think there's a possibility.
Yeah, we do travel to Bondurant for that game, though, so we're going to have to win a tough one on the road. And then we have North Polk and Ballard coming back to Carroll pretty soon. And then we have to go to Winterset, which last year when we went to Winterset, it was very bad showing from the team that went to state. Both teams actually went to state, but me and Ethan were there to witness that Winterset game. It was just a total beatdown off the zone. And, yeah, but the team that I look at this year and say they're not having really a down year, but less of a talent pool on the team is Ballard, because they had guys like Ashton Herman, they had guys like Connor Drew, they had guys like Cale Krogh in the past, and now you really only have 1 or 2 guys that can get out there and say that they're a star player.
Even though Ballard lost people, they still have Jude Gibson, freshman, averaging, I don't know what it is now, probably 15, and Gorsh averaging still 20. They're still a dangerous team, and they travel well. They rarely lose. They only lost 1 game at home last year, and they're a hard team to beat on the road in your own gym too. For a while now, I don't remember how many years it's been. They've beat us here for 3 or 4 years consecutively. They did just lose last night though. They lost to Norwalk by 25 points. Final score 50-25.
Ethan, if you had to place a bet on the Raccoon River Conference this year, who would it be?
I don't want to bet against Carroll, so I'm going to take Carroll. But if I had to be unbiased, I'm obviously taking Bondurant.
Yeah, I think that's a smart decision, but back to the game at hand tonight. You see the starters out there with their jerseys off. We Peyton, Evan, Jack, Bryce, and Tanner. And then over on the Carlisle side, I haven't found out.
Chuck a duck! You got a dollar?
Yeah.
Chuck a duck, everyone. Can I?
Tonight we are doing Chuck a Duck at halftime, where me and Ethan did buy, we both bought 2 ducks, and we will be throwing them from up at the commentary booth, trying to land in the middle. What a great halftime performance, though, if you have Chuck a Duck, because every year we have it, and it's just a very lovable game from all the kids, and even the high school kids who want to win something out of it. You excited for Chuck a Duck, Ethan?
I sure am. I haven't seen it in a couple of years.
We just had it last year.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, it was 2 years ago. I love having interactive things.
Hey, but you wait till I whip out the old arm, and I'm about to throw a curveball right down the middle, straight into the middle of that court.
I think we should do what Boone does. We should get a half-court shot contest going.
Oh, we did that. You and me did that at one game. That was ADM.
Yeah.
Me and Ethan did participate in a half-court shot contest last year in ADM. That's really fun, too. I love the half-court shots.
I think we should do that.
Seven Nation Army being played right now by our guitarist from San Francisco.
Or we should like do that thing where you pick one random person from the crowd and they have to hit like a layup, free throw, 3-pointer, and a half-court shot.
I've seen that on ESPN, yeah.
And then they win a bunch of money. We should do
Hey,
that.
anyone listening tonight that's from Carroll?
What if we do that and then they could win like a piece of Carroll merchandise, like a sweatshirt or something?
If anyone here with power at the Carroll School is listening, we are giving you free ideas at the moment for halftime performances.
Ms. Schultz, write that one down.
I will have to give that to her. And we will send this into the lineups and everything going on before the game. Me and Ethan will be back right at tip-off.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here are the starting lineups for the boys contest. First, for the visiting Wildcats, who are coached by Dustin Alvine. Number 1, Tate Osterhaus. Number 3, Tate Heidemann. Number 4, Charlie Peterson. Number 10, Isaac Camito. And number 12, Ryan Peterson. Before we get to the starting lineups for your Carroll Tigers, we'd like to welcome our kids captain for the boys game, Tate Beckman. Tate is the son of Tom and Chris Beckman and is a 4th grader at Adams Elementary this year. Help us in welcoming one of our future Tiger basketball stars and tonight's kid captain, Tate Beckman. Now, if you direct your attention to the video board for the boys' hype video.
Guess who's back? Still doing that shit.
And now, here's the starting lineup for your Carroll Tigers, who are coached by Randy Beeson. 5'11" senior, number 1, Bryce Carroll. 6'3" senior, number 5, Jack White. 6'5" junior, number 11, Evan Hammer. 6'4" junior, number 20, Cameron Gatto. And 6'1" junior, number 23, Peyton Wardell.
just a few moments away from tip-off here. Looks like we're going to have Ryan Peterson and Evan Hammer going up for the tip.
Let's go Tigers.
Tip batted out of bounds by Hammer, and Carlisle gets the first possession. Inbounds. Carlisle has their first possession here. Lobs it inside. Oh, underneath, bobbled through the hands of Camito. They're going to drive it in underneath, dish. Couldn't find anything with it. They kick it back out. Bobbled through the hands of Peterson. Out to Tate Heidman. Loses the handle on it. Only 9 seconds on the shot clock now. Camito's going to drive in with it, bounce it off his knee, right into the hands of number 3, Tate Heidman, and he's able to put it in. Carroll setting up their first possession. Tanner gets it up top to Jack White, passes it over to, oh no, Bryce. Oh, Bryce could have had a 3 right away. Ball flying around there, flew through a bunch of different Carroll players' hands, but ends up in the hands of number 3, Tate Heidman again. Sutter steps a couple times, gets it inside to Ryan Peterson, and he's able to finish. 4-0 your score. Bryce swings it through all the way to the left side. Wardell drives it middle, hands it off to Bryce. Tipped pass, able to still get it to Hammer. Hammer underneath, tipped out of bounds. Tate Osterhaus able to get his hand on it.
Tigers look like they're a little bit discombobulated this first couple minutes.
Maybe underestimating the opponent a little bit, coming out a little slow.
Happens.
Inbound to Hammer, gets it to White. Gatto in the corner. Finds Burlaw. Back to Tanner. Tanner's going to take a contested 3, rims out. Rebound by Tate Heidman. Gets it up the court to Peterson. He's going to drive in. Oh, rims out. Rebound Gatto. He's going to drive it all the way in. Gets a jump stop. Bryce drives right side. Floater from the elbow. Puts it in for Tigers' first points of the game.
Almost had the kid slipping right away.
Carroll comes out in a press. Carlo breaks it pretty easily in a 3-pointer, long. Recovered by Jack White. He's going to get it to Burlaw. Setting up the offense here. Swings it all the way through to Wardell. Wardell drives to the middle of the floor. Gets it to Burlaw. Burlaw thought about a 3. Not going to take it. Hammer slips the screen. Can't find him there. White in the corner. Back to Burlaw. Up top. Gatto. Wardell. Looking for Hammer inside. Cross-court pass. Burlaw. Only 10 on the shot clock. Gatto drives in, flies out of his hands, tipped away. Wardell fakes a 3, drives in, needs to put up a shot here. Tipped out of bounds and saved. They get it up the court. Camito's going to drive in. Layup. Good. Carroll gets the ball across half court. Bryce calls for Tanner to catch it on the left wing. Tanner's going to drive in with the left hand, put it over 2 defenders, and misses long. Carlisle gets it all the way up the court pretty quickly. Looking for something to do with it here. Lobs it inside. Backside help from Wardell. Isn't enough, and Peterson's able to finish over him. Slow start for the Tigers here. Giving up 8 points already to a team that only averages around 40. They find Burlaw. He's covered. Gatto looking for his man. Jack White able to come down with the ball after it was tipped around. Swings it all the way back up top near the half-court line. Tate Heidman's going to dribble right, setting up his offense, taking his time. Hands off to Camito. Camito's going to drive in, kick it back out. Drive middle of the paint shot, and a floater's good. Burlaw gets his ball tipped away. Stays with the Tigers. Heidman steps on the end line when he tried to save it.
If you're the Tigers, you got to find some energy here. We're down 6, and this is a team that you really have to beat. because they are 0-9, and you do not want to be the 1 in 1-9.
Yeah, Andres Cruz checks in the game for Jack White. Maybe you're feeling the absence a little bit of Trey and Marcus. Oh, nice inside find to Hammer. Ball tipped away. Cruz finds Gatto up top. He fakes a 3. He's going to drive all the way in. Easy layup. Bounces around the rim of the backboard and falls, and Carroll is back to a 2-point game.
There's the fire we need.
Ooh, Evan almost comes up with it on the press. Camito swings it into the corner. Osterhaus misses it short. Camito finds Peterson, middle of the paint. He puts that in too. 6 points for him now. Burlaw swings it across. Tanner Gatto. Cruz gets a right side ball screen. He's going to drive it. Kick it out to Burlaw. Cut off nicely up top. Tanner, couple moves here. A nice spin and a nice finish at the rim.
Tanner's good
Cut
at
it back
that.
to 2. Yeah, he's really good at finishing around the basket.
And just getting to the basket in general.
Really skilled around the hoop. He has a nice touch for a big man. Carlisle gets another score. Extends the lead to 4. 14 points for him already. They aren't looking like a team that's 0-9. Cruz directing traffic here.
It's not a good 0-9. It's an embarrassing 0-9 because of the score.
Maybe they just aren't a second half team. Wardell's going to drive it to the middle of the floor. Can't find anybody. Finds Burlaw. He gets it up top to Gatto. Carlisle's doing a nice job of defending. They've really kept Carroll off the arc, and they're not really allowing easy finishes at the rim. Hammer loses the ball, gets it back, and puts up a tough floater. Carroll down by 2 now. There's a foul. That's going to be on Wardell. That's his first. And that's the new rule that the state just implemented a few days ago. You can't put 2 hands on your defender at all, or else it's an automatic foul.
They did actually?
Yeah, they just put it in a couple days ago. You can put 1 hand on somebody just for a couple seconds, and if you don't take it off, that's also a foul. Best way to defend somebody is with your body. Blake Hyman checks into the game rather early compared to the other games. Carlisle able to swing it around up top. Tried to look for Camito, can't get it. Carlisle gets the ball tipped away by White. Bryce tries to save it, couldn't get it. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Carlisle's going to have a little bit of time to work with here to get a shot up. Carlisle can't really find anything here. Puts it up at the buzzer, and it falls. Number 3, Tate Eidman again.
Blake Hyman's in the game.
Hyman has that on the left wing, dribbles right, can't find anything. Gets it to Burlaw up top. Inside to White. White's going to take a power dribble, move around a little bit, and get fouled. He's going to the line for 2 free throws. This is shaping up to be a high-scoring game here. White, his first free throw. Perfect.
Carroll is really good at shooting free throws this year. Really good at shooting free throws.
No,
Yeah.
we're shooting like 57% from the line.
It's not that bad for high school.
That's really bad.
High school.
Yeah, normal for high school is like 65.
We're close.
No, not really. All right. The press gets a trap in the corner, but they're able to get it away. They find Osterhaus up top. Hammer on him. He calls for a switch. Nobody comes to the switch for him. They lob it inside. Blake Hyman able to get a hand on it. Cruz can't control it in the field of play. Carlisle retains possession with 15 seconds to shoot. Osterhaus moves around to the left side, couldn't find anything. Camito to Osterhaus. Oh man, he shoots a lot of threes. Shoots about 33%. Cruz gonna drive it middle. Gets it tipped away looking for Hyman. That would have been an open look. Hyman doesn't get to play a lot, but he's a talented player. He can knock down a shot if he's given one. Jack White able to find Burlaw on the inbound. 35 seconds on the clock. Into the corner, Jack White gonna take a three. Banks it in the corner. Wow. That's a lucky shot. That's really rare to see somebody bank it from the corner.
I have done that a couple times.
Carlisle only has 13 seconds to shoot.
Bucket.
Camito rattles around the rim. Hammer pulls down the rebound. Carroll has a chance to score again. Hammer going to drive all the way to the rim. He wants a foul call. He was knocked backwards as he was shooting. He can't get it. Osterhaus launches, and he misses short. At the end of the first quarter, Carroll's able to tie it up. And Carlisle with a surprise amount of scoring. They've scored about a third of how many points they typically score in a whole game. Gets the ball here. They're going to come back onto the floor after the quarter break. White's inbound. Cruz remains on the floor. And Hyman comes out. Tanner subs back in for him. Bryce with the opening possession of the second quarter is going to hand it off to Cruz. Gets it underneath the Hammer. Rolls around and out. That's a surprising miss there from Hammer. He's able to get it back, but no shot, foul on the ground. Bryce calls out a play. Gonna find Hammer on the inbound here. He gets it up to White. Back screen for Bryce, cut off by Peterson. Cruz up top has an open three. Misses it long. He's only made 1 3 on the year.
And you know which one that was.
You can probably guess which one that was. The trap right across half court gets knocked away, but right back into his hands. Peterson now with it up top.
Is Carroll running a 2-3 zone?
Calvin Frey looks to be a matchup zone. Calvin Frey called out a play. Blocked from behind by Hammer. Inside. Tipped up, caught by Jack White. People on the ground. Gets it up to Hammer. Hammer maybe got it tipped off the glass. Finds it back and puts it in.
Bucket.
Carroll gets the lead. First points at the second quarter, just over a minute in. Hammer able to get a steal on a press. Fouled, and they call it on the ground again. Hammer gets to shoot free throws. Or no, it's going to be an out-of-bounds play. I don't know. That might have been a shooting. That might have been a shooting foul, but anyway, out-of-bounds play here. Burlaw finds Hammer again. Up to Gatto. Swings it through to Cruz. Finds Bryce. Back up top to Cruz. Gets it to Tanner. Inside look to Evan. Moves around. Fadeaway jump shot. Rolls around and out.
Second time now.
The rim has not been friendly to Evan tonight.
Gonna have to wait till after the halftime chuck-a-duck. Have a new one.
Camito in the corner. He knocks it down. Wildcats take a 1-point lead.
Big crucial bucket there.
Tanner spins, snatches back. They swing it up. Hammer drives all the way in from outside the arc. You don't really see him out there too much, but he's able to take it all the way to the hoop and get the lead back for the Tigers. Heidman gets it across the court to Peterson, into the corner, Osterhaus, didn't take it. Heidman fires up a three, long. Gatto able to secure the rebound right over a man. Looked like a football catch. Hammer tried to get a fancy pass into the lane and gets picked off there by Heidman. Gets it to Camito. Carroll looks to be in some sort of a 2-3 zone. Almost gets a tip out and a steal there. Camito thought about a three, can't get it. Drives in Osterhaus, gonna drive baseline. Tipped away by Hammer. Nice rotation there by Hammer, coming from the middle of the court. It gets tipped out from behind. Hammer's gonna, he tried to tip it over to Cruz and it rolled across the line before Cruz could grab it. It was a sloppy possession there from both teams. Number 0, Carson Guthrie, a sophomore, checked into the game for the Wildcats. Carlisle runs a stack play. Now with Caden Lingling into the game, you don't see him in the game very often, but in the absence of a big man like Trey, called him up from the JV and gets a few more minutes than usual. Kick out three here for Carlisle. It misses short. Lingling's able to corral the rebound. Gets it to Bryce, and they're moving it in transition. Underneath to Wardell, and an easy 2 points there in transition. What a find from Burlaw. Carroll running a press. Still not backing off on the press. Peterson has it up top, looks for a man, finds Heidman. Gets it into the corner, wide open three. This one is nothing but net, and he ties the game.
Yeah, this game's a lot closer than I anticipated coming into it.
Could be a more exciting finish than what people expected. Screen from Hammer, gets Tanner open. He drives into the middle of the floor, rattles around the rim again. Has not been friendly for the Tigers. Dribble drive here for Carlisle, and a nice move gets Wardell off his feet, but there he missed it. Gatto's gonna drive all the way in, gets tipped out behind. Heidman's gonna drive all the way in. He's gonna get fouled by Burlaw. That's a good foul there. Don't want to give up the easy bucket. White to check back into the game.
Osterhaus is also gonna check in.
Tate Heidman's been all over tonight. He's been able to get rebounds, steals, and some points as he misses the free throw. Second free throw here. Student section yelling at him. He's going to knock this one in and give Carlisle a 1-point lead. Sub comes in, number 15, Calvin Frey, a sophomore. Tigers inbounded into Bryce. He's done really well at the point this year. Cuts off, looking for a pass, finds Wardell. Wardell stuck up top, gets it to Hammer at the high post. Jack White at the short corner, gets it swung all the way through, inside of the high post, and a cut there. Wardell wants a foul, can't get it. He's gonna hustle back on defense. Carlisle has some advantage here. Oshaw's gonna drive in, finds underneath the Peterson. Kane Lingley goes straight up to defend, but was able to finish over him again. 10 points for Ryan Peterson. He led the team in scoring last year. This year's been a little bit off through the first 9 games, but still impactful for the Wildcats. Bryce swinging around, trying to find an open look. Wardell gets it back to Burlaw. Burlaw's going to take a deep three off the front rim. Jack White corrals the rebound, goes right over the defense and finishes. He's really good at getting some offensive boards and putting it back up for points. Sneaks around the defense's box out and is able to pull out some old boards. Carlisle has it now. Cross-court pass all the way over to Heidman. Step back three for Carlisle, rims out. Wardell pushes it in transition. Gonna jump stop and get it across to Bryce. White in the corner, back up to Bryce. Wardell. Back to Burlaw. Inside. Hammer. Spins. Puts up a layup. A floater from the middle of the key, and it bounces off the glass, but he gets fouled. 14 fouls here for Carlisle. 3 more put him in the bonus. 3 more put Carroll in the bonus, that is. Evan Amber's a chance.
Yeah, Ethan, it's 25-26, down 1 for the Tigers. Is this what you thought you were going to see?
Definitely not, especially with the scores you see them playing other teams. Getting beat by almost 20 every game. Really surprising to see Carroll come out and not be the dominant team in this game.
And Ethan, I have another question. Do you think that Carroll's going to keep that press on after this 4-game streak?
You know, I really don't know. I don't know the answer to that one. He implemented it against Boone, tried to speed up the game, and I couldn't tell you if it's going to keep coming. Carroll back with the lead after Hammer's 2 free throws. Finds a man in the paint, but they're going to get a travel on the pivot. Ball inbounded into Burlaw. Just over 2 minutes left in the half. 1 point lead for the Tigers. Tigers been a little bit dormant on offense. Haven't had the big plays that you're used to seeing, those big threes to get everybody going, but they're going to find Burlaw. He's going to put one up. There it is. There it is. There's the 3. Let's see if Carroll can build off that with a defensive stop here. Carroll in a man look. And we got a foul. I think we got a foul on Lingling. It's another one of the new rules. Put 2 hands on his defender, and he's going to get the call. You got to be real careful on defense now. 3 from the corner. Osterhaus knocks it in. 34% free throw shooter. I mean, three-point shooter. Evan Hammer spins, and it's a charge. He knocks over his defender. Carlisle gets the ball back. They're still down 1.
Nobody's really in foul trouble today. You think so, Ethan? No one's really in foul trouble yet?
No, the fouls are spread out pretty evenly across the board. Carlisle looking to capitalize here off the Carroll turnover, get the lead back. Minute left in the half. Peterson, Heidman drives in, scoops, layup, can't get it. Rebound by Cruz. He gets stuck across half court, stuck behind half court. He finds Hammer. Hammer's going to drive in. What a pass to the corner. Oh, and Gatto misses it short. A nice no-look pass there from Hammer, but Gatto couldn't finish with the 3. Carlisle now with an opportunity. Still time for Carroll to get another possession. Tipped away. Here comes Gatto on the fast break. Almost gets it stolen. Scoop a layup. They extend their lead to 3. More than likely, you're going to see Carlisle hold for 1 shot here as we go into the half break. Heidman just got it across half court just in time for the 10-second call. They didn't hold for 1, but they still get a shot. Gatto's going to be able to put up a shot, but he waits too long. Misses it right off the backboard anyway.
Time for Chuck-a-Duck, ladies and gentlemen.
It is time for Chuck-a-Duck. For future reference, Chuck-a-Duck, I believe, will be here every home game. Here you have an opportunity to buy a duck for $1, and the closest one to a little pad in the center circle wins the prize money. But I think we're going to have the cheerleaders dance first. Dance team, dance first. My bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, the Carroll Paws Dance Team.
in a material world, and I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material, a material, a material, a material girl. Some boys kiss me, some boys hug me. I think they're okay. They don't give me proper credit. I just walk away. Boys may come and boys may go, and that's alright, you see. Experience has made me rich, and now they're after me. 'Cause everybody's living in a material world, and I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. Some boys romance, some boys slow dance. That's alright with me. If they can't raise my interest, then I have to let them be. Some boys try and some boys lie, but I don't let them play. No way. Only boys who save their pennies make my rainy day. 'Cause they are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material, a material, a material, a material, a material girl.
This out first. Okay. Okay. Now the moment you have been waiting for. Chuck a duck. So the rules are you need to throw your duck down to the center of the court, and whoever's the closest will win $30. I didn't say go. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, throw! Caleb, go get a duck. You and Pedro go grab the closest one. Oh, you gotta throw it. Oh. Okay, go pick the closest one. Come on, duck. Let's take a look. What number is it?
Number 43.
Birdie. Come down to the front table to get your prize. Okay. We need some cleanup. Clean it up. Clean it up. Come on, duck. Okay, come clean up the ducks. Oh my gosh. Okay. Great job, duck. Call me Megan.
Oh, God.
Do I say it? Call me Megan's in the duck. Thank you, Sumo.
I'm a tiger.
I'm a tiger.
I'm a tiger.
I'm a tiger.
Game getting underway here, boys and girls. Carroll up 1 right now. Ethan Ashland will be on about 2 seconds.
I am back. Carlisle is going to get into the corner here. Gonna drive middle, hand off to Heidman. Back into the corner. Ooh, nice pass to the middle. Bobbled, though. Couldn't catch it. Heidman into the middle. A floater. Carlisle gets the lead right back. Carroll's first possession out of the break. Starts with a swing all the way through to Tanner. A slip screen to Jack White. And he gets undercut from the bottom, and he's down. He hit his head on the ground. He's slow getting back in transition defense. Carlisle gets another layup.
Everyone's falling.
We're going to need our shots to start falling if we don't want this game to be scary. Gatto misses back rim. Able to get it back. Drives back in. Back out to Jack White. Takes another three. This is off to the right. Can't blame him. He did just hit his head. Out of bounds. Stays with Carroll.
Maybe he saw 3 rims like LeBron on that one play.
He might have just saw 3 rims.
LeBron's advice, if you see 3 rims, shoot for the middle one.
Well, Jack shot for the
He can
right
make
one.
a game winner like that.
Burlaw, a
Nice
little bit of a
block.
high pass. Oh, he still takes the 3, misses. Jack
Rebound.
White with the rebound, and he's going to get pushed down by the Carlisle defender, number 1, Mr. Osterhaus. Carroll drives right. White with the rebound. Peyton Wardell gets down on the ground for it. Down on his hands, his knees. Can't get it, though. Carlisle. Heidman drives into the corner. Peterson's going to drive.
Oh.
And a travel.
Oh.
I thought we were going to get a blocking
I
foul
thought it was
there.
gonna get a foul, too.
I thought we were for sure getting a blocking foul, but Carroll down 3 now. Hasn't come out of the break strong. Didn't come out at the start strong. We're both.
You got to finish, though, if you start strong.
Both halves have been a bit of a disappointment for the Tigers. Bryce going to switch it over to the left side. Gets it all the way through to Tanner Gatto on the right. Tanner's going to drive baseline, put it up right over 2 defenders, and gets it to go. That's his 10th point of the game, or 8th point of the game. Heidman up top. He's going to work on Burlaw. Into the corner, Osterhaus. Back up top. Hand off to Camito. They lost track of him. They didn't shoot it, though. Oh, they lose track of Camito, and he's going to knock down the 3. He makes them pay. Carlisle 4-point lead. Down low, Wardell. Can't get anything with it. Back out to Hammer. Hammer's going to drive it. Put up a tough shot and 1. That's his 3rd possible and 1 of the game. The other 2 called off for a foul on the floor.
Straight buckets.
Evan has a chance for his 13th point and the opportunity to cut the lead to 1. Free throw up. Nothing but net. Cuts it to 1. Carroll still sending the full court press. Trying to trap. Peyton gets his hands on it. They're able to get it up, though. Peterson spin move and puts it up right over Tanner Gatto. For being undersized, Carlisle is still able to finish around the basket relatively well. Tanner going to drive all the way in, and we are going to get a travel. He stuttered a little bit on his gather, and that would be the travel that you're looking for. Carlisle is taking their time to get it across half court. Only 3 seconds now. Hammer's going to tip it away. Wardell comes up with it, and there's going to be a foul. And it goes to Carroll. The foul's going to be on Carlisle. I'm not sure who yet. Foul goes on number 10, Isaac Camito. And a timeout. 30-second timeout called by head coach Randy Beeson.
Mr. Osterlund,
What?
who is the key player for the Tigers right now?
You know, you might think it's Tanner and you might think it's Evan, but I think it's Bryce. Bryce only has 5 points, and if he can start hitting a couple threes around the arc on some kickouts, we're going to be able to get a lead back, and we're going to be able to expand it really quickly.
What about the Wildcats?
The Wildcats just got to keep it up. Everybody's been scoring. Ryan Peterson's been playing exceptionally well. You look up there, 5, 8, 8, 14. They've been able to share the ball, get everybody open looks, and they've been able to beat the press pretty easily. Carroll's come in a full court press. One's been a little bit harder than the other one, but they've been able to break it fairly easily, except with the exception of a couple turnovers. And one. Carlisle's bench wanted to travel. I could hear him yell and walk, but Hammer's going to get another and one, an opportunity to tie the game. Foul goes to number 15, Calvin Frey, the sophomore. That's his second foul. Hammer's free throw bounces out.
Would have tied the game.
Would have tied the game. Still, Tigers still remain down 1. Ball is loose, and a bunch of people jump on it. While the Carlisle guy had it, they were able to call a timeout before he threw it out of bounds.
Ethan, I want to take this timeout real quick to thank the sponsors, which is Carroll Tiger Booster Club, CHS Foundation, Edward Jones, I Saw the Sign, Motor Inn of Carroll, United Bank of Iowa, Western Iowa Networks, and the 712 Youth Group. Then there again, I just want to thank those sponsors for the 2022-2023 Tiger Vision year.
Mason, what do you expect here coming out of the break?
I expect Carroll to come out in the zone, or not come out in the zone, I mean, come out in the press, push the ball up the court and try to shoot easy ones, while I feel like Carlisle is going to want to sit back, push the ball around, or pass the ball around, just try to find open layups.
Looks like Carroll's going to come out in a 2-3 zone set, maybe a matchup zone. Yep. They come out in a matchup zone. Carlisle trying to find a way to break it. A lot of pressure up top. They can't find anything to do with it. He has to launch up a 3, and it's tipped. Gatto able to get the rebound and start pushing it up the floor. Bryce is going to pull it out. Set up for a better offensive scheme here. Bryce fakes the 3, drives in floater, misses front rim. On target, just didn't have enough oomph to it. Carlisle breaks the press pretty easily. Tanner Gatto gets run over, and there's no call for a block or a charge. Carlisle's able to score anyway. Burlaw gets it across all the way over to Wardell. Back up to Burlaw. Bryce dribbles right with it. Back to Wardell. Skip pass into the corner. Gatto off his back foot. Nails a 3 and ties the game. Like we said, this game's been surprisingly close for how poorly Carlisle's performed. They're able to fire it inside. And the sophomore gets an easy layup at the rim.
I think right there they just passed their season average for points in the third quarter.
Yeah, they did. And it's not even like it's really late in the third
2 in a
quarter.
row? Oh, never mind.
No. Oh, and they had a guy all the way back.
That would have been tragic if it would have missed.
Osterhaus, he almost missed it, yeah.
That would have clowned that kid.
That's around the rim. Carlisle now with a 4-point lead after the cherry pick. Inside to Hammer. Hammer's going to take a really contested jump shot. White tried to come in from the backside for a rebound, couldn't get it. Camito's going to push up the floor and has a chance to really actually extend the lead here. Heidman gets it inside to Peterson from the high post. He misses. Gatto with the rebound. We really got to start scoring here and getting some stops defensively. Into the corner. Inside, down low to Hammer. He misses it long. Gathered by White. He puts it up, but he's fouled, and he's going to get free throws here. White from the free throw line from before tonight is 12 for 21, good for 57%, right at the team average. He nails the first one.
Game's a lot closer than I expected, and in the wrong way.
Puts in the second one.
2-4
Cuts it to 2. You know, I don't think that the press has been working too well in this game, so I think I expect Coach Beeson to pull us out of the press as the fourth quarter starts, and maybe pull us out of the 2-3 zone too, because it's not really been working. Corner three, buries it.
I was just about to say they haven't shot us out of one yet, but
Maybe some just half-court man will do a little better. Gatto's trying to answer, misses it left. There's going to be a foul on Lingling when he tried to punch the ball across the court. Buster went over the back. It's his second foul.
I really thought that was going to be good from Gatto there.
Carroll's really missing the absence of Trey. You're missing out on a little bit of scoring there. Lingling hasn't scored yet, and Trey's able to add a little bit of scoring to the Tiger offense and some defense. Carlisle able to gather a missed shot. They get it underneath. Oh, nice dump-off pass. Carlisle crowd loves it. Beeson calls a full timeout. Carroll down 7 now. Mason, this is not shaping out the way we really want it to. What do you expect?
Hard work. I expect the people that have the most talent to shine the brightest right now. And I expect the people that you see score the most get in there and get their buckets.
So it looks like the 5 heading in are going to be Cruz, White, Wardell, Bryce, and Evan. Tanner Gatto has come out of the game. And so has Lingling.
Ethan?
Yeah.
I do have a quote from a movie that I watched a couple days ago with Kevin Durant.
Okay.
That says, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. I think that quote's going to be what can drive most of the players tonight. Because you can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not working hard, if you're not getting rebounds, you're not boxing out, getting those easy points, then the talent doesn't matter.
I would say that's really something that Carlisle is living by right now. They don't really have any good players. They don't have anybody that's going to go play at the next level. But
Yeah,
they've played well. They've played really well together. And they're working hard.
Yeah, they are the definition of hardworking right now.
Carlisle 1-3-1 zone defense. They swing it cross court to Cruz. Cruz gets it to White in the corner. Back up to Cruz. Swings it over to Wardell. The problem with this lineup here is we don't have a lot of shooters, but there's one there. Bryce knocks in a 3, and he's going to cut the lead to 4. We're going to need more of that. Only one guy on the floor for Carroll right now is like a sure shooter, and that is Bryce. We're gonna get another hand checking foul. That one's gonna go on number 23, Peyton Wardella's second foul of the game. Contrary to normal, Carroll really hasn't gotten in foul trouble. They don't have anybody in deep foul trouble, and we really haven't come close to scratching the bonus. Only 2 fouls here in the third quarter. Carlisle, has Camito drive all the way to the rim and swatted away by Hammer.
What a play.
They still have 23 seconds to work with, and after that, Carroll has 5 seconds to get a shot up before the fourth quarter starts. Carlisle looking for somebody on the inbound. Can't find anybody. Almost got a 5-second. Osterhaus gets it back up top here.
They won up the last shot.
With 5 seconds, I'm not sure that the last shot's going to really work, but it looks like that's what they're going to hold for. Ball screen coming. Carroll switches it. Camito, 4 seconds to shoot. 3, 2, spin, step back, over 2 defenders. Rolls in. Bryce has to launch up a deep 3. Top of the backboard. Carroll heads into the fourth quarter down 6. And I don't know. I don't think that Carlisle's gone into the game, any game this season, up in the fourth quarter. Maybe even the second half. So Carroll is severely underperforming right now.
Ethan, we are going to need some Friday night magic to pull this one out, and you're going to need to be that tough and gritty team that you see playing Winterset, playing Bondurant.
I don't know if we just underestimated Carlisle everywhere. I mean, the student section's a little quieter than typical. The bench is a little less, into it than usual. And with the absence of a few players, Carlisle is really taking advantage of us here at home. And the only way to come out and win this is if we really focus and get our mind in the game here. The 5 players going into the game here: Wardell, Gatto, White, Bryce, and Hammer.
If we lose this, does that mean the chance for the conference is done?
I mean, if we lose this, there is no margin for error. You need Bondurant to lose 4 games just to tie, and you need to win out. And with how competitive the conference is, I really don't think that that's a possibility this year for us. I don't think that we're going to win out. Somebody's going to catch us and slip us up here or there, just like Carlisle may do tonight.
Just takes one off night. Slip the game of basketball's like.
Oh, they find the slip screen, but White isn't able to get it to go, and a jump ball still goes in the direction of Carroll. One good thing, though, about playing in a really competitive conference is when you go to the playoffs and you play somebody from a conference that plays a lot of smaller schools, maybe 2A, even 1A schools, you have an advantage there. Even though your record might show it, you're going to be the better team. Maybe travels, but finds an underneath dump-off pass. Carlisle extends the lead to 8. Carroll needs to score and score fast to get back into this game. Wardell's going to drive in, find Gatto on the kick out. Gatto's going to drive, and he's going to be fouled. Carlisle's really tough in that paint for being undersized and maybe a little bit dirty. I've seen a few players get undercut, but Tanner's going to get 2 free throws here. Gatto's first free throw rattles around the rim and falls. Carlisle already has 6 fouls. Next one will put Carroll at the line for a 1-and-1.
1-1 gaming.
God. Tanner's second free throw falls 2. Only down 6. Carroll back in the full court press. They switch it all the way across half court. Now a 2-on-1. They find underneath. Back over to the other side. They get people jumping. Hammer able to come in from behind and block it. Wardell finds Gatto. Gatto's going to drive all the way in with the left-hand jump stop and a charge. That would have cut the lead to 4. But the refs whistled for a charge. Carlisle gets the ball back. Yeah, Carroll doesn't have a very deep bench tonight. A lot of scoring in the starting lineup, but not a lot from the bench. Almost none. I don't think anybody scored on the bench yet, so all of our points have come from the starting lineup. Trap in the corner.
Blew a timeout there.
Tate Heedman, he's going to call a timeout to save the possession.
Like that. Now, later in the game, if you're either down or barely up and you want to call the clock, you might not have as many as you would like.
You do burn a timeout there, but they still have 2 left. Isn't a lot, but still some to get some work done. Yeah. Only 8 seconds here. I got to imagine that Carlisle's going to draw up a quick play, and they probably want to get it pretty close to the rim. A lot of uneasy faces in the Carroll huddle. Down 6 with just 6 minutes left. It's surmountable, but in the high school game, there's not a lot of room to error. 35 seconds is a lot of time, and offensive rebounds can really kill chances for a comeback. So we got to play smart and make the most of every possession that we have here down the stretch. Carroll keeps the same lineup. Carlisle to inbound. Finds Peterson, and he's going to fire up a quick 3. Misses it off the front rim. Gatto boxes out his man really well. Ball goes out of bounds, Carroll ball.
Great play there by Tanner. That's what you need to do if the ball's going out of bounds and it's their ball.
Really smart not to try and go for it and get stuck on the line and maybe get pushed out of bounds. Just to shield his man away from it. And
wait, never mind. He's shooting free throws.
oh,
They gave him a foul.
he got fouled?
Number 4.
That's
That'll be Charlie Peterson. The foul will be given to.
I get. Just looked like a routine box out to me. I didn't see a foul, but Gatto's going to put in his first free throw and cut the lead down to 5. That's 14 points now, trailing Evan Hammer by 1 point. Evan has 15. Has a chance to even it up here for the leading scorer. He puts it in, cuts the lead to 4. They trap in the corner. He can't find anything. Ball gets tipped, and it's, oh, wow. Carlisle able to get it out there. Carlisle really hasn't had any trouble with that press. They've been able to get it across half court pretty routinely. Misses long on the layup. Bryce throws it deep to Wardell. Football player able to corral it. Back out to Bryce, over to Tanner. Tanner fakes a 3, drives inside. Back out to Bryce. Burlaw misses short. Wardell chases it down in the corner. What a great hustle play. White blocked from behind, but they're going to get another foul on number 4. He is very angry.
I think the whole student section is very angry. Or not really student section.
Has a chance to cut it back down to 2. White, like I said, a 57% free throw shooter. Made 2 earlier at his last trip. First trip. Knocks in the first one. Cuts it to 3. 1 possession ball game. Carroll got back into this game really fast.
Yeah, that's what momentum does when you're at home.
Misses long. Rebound Hammer. Spins, finds Wardell underneath, and he lays it in. Carroll's only down 1 now. They stay in the press. Carlisle beats it pretty well. Carroll gets back, though. They trap across half court. Evan Hammer finds his man back. Crowd getting loud.
I can't even hear myself.
Carlisle with an opportunity to grow their lead, and a foul almost went in. Number 15 now. Calvin Frey has a chance to go to the free throw line. Only scored 19 points on the year, 6 for 21 from the field. And from the free throw line, he is 6 for 11. He puts in the first one.
7-11.
7-12. That'll be his 5th point of the game. Misses long, rebound, back out to Carlisle. 2-point game, a full, fresh 35 seconds on the shot clock. Carroll in a man look. Carlisle drives right to the middle of the paint, looking for a kick out 3. They find it, and he buries it. Tate Heidman's been having himself a night, 14 points. Their leading scorer averages 9.4 a game, and they have 3 people over 10. And that new rule is really something new to be accustomed to for these players. A lot of fouls where you put 2 hands on people. Evan Hammer's getting 2 more free throws. Jim goes silent for it, and he puts in his first free throw. 16 points for Hammer, coming off a great performance in Boone. 24, 10, 5, and 5.
Double-double.
And we're going to have a lane violation on Carroll. Oh, somebody, yep, Bryce stepped over the 3-point line. Shot didn't fall anyway.
You never see that, really. Stepping over the 3-point line. I saw 1 lane violation in the girls' game, but it's only 2 I've seen all year.
Ooh, Carroll gambles there on the press. He fakes. Easy layup. They go up 6. Wardell down in the short corner finds Bryce. Up top to Gatto. Gatto's going to drive again. Puts it up over his man. Rims out. But gets the ball tipped away from him. Hammer and Gatto trap him in the corner. Ball. Oh, Carlisle ball. Evan stripped it from him and it rolled out of bounds. 4:37 left to erase this deficit and get the lead back for probably the first time this half. Have we led this half yet? I don't think so.
No, we did one time. We did. Never mind. We did
0-9. 0-9 Carlisle came into Carroll's gym and oh no, not another open 3. Oh, he misses it.
He hits that. That's a dagger.
That might have. That could have been really bad. That's the second time we've miscommunicated on a 3 and left somebody wide open. Bryce all the way over to Gatto. Bryce fakes the 3, gets it up to Hammer at the high post. Hammer makes a move. Probably wanted a foul. Misses it, though.
He got teed up.
Evan Hammer got a technical foul for clapping his hands too aggressively.
What?
That is...
What? I've seen more aggressive claps in my life. That is not technical foul worthy.
Beeson looks surprised. Evan Hammer is surprised. And Carlisle loves it. He breaks the first free throw.
Is it 2 and ball?
Ball, don't lie. Yeah,
It's two free throws
it's
and
two
ball.
free throws and ball. Really detrimental late stage here. Buries the second one, gives him a 7-point lead. With just 4 minutes left, that's 7 points might.
Probably one of the worst technical fouls I've seen since Tim Duncan clapping on the bench.
7 points might not seem like a lot, but you don't get a lot of possessions down the stretch, and
Shot clock really helps though.
shot clock does help. If this was last year, the game's over. They're holding the ball. Carlisle almost loses it out of bounds. They're going to drive baseline, and we're going to get a foul on Jack White. 6-team foul. One more puts him in the bonus. Carroll's in a really bad spot here. They haven't
Not gonna shoot the free throws yet.
They haven't been able to stop Carlisle all night from anywhere on the floor. Osterhaus drives in. Peyton Wardell blocks it.
Big
Maybe
block
this
there.
can spark a run. Gatto gets it across the volleyball line. Fakes a 3, gets it to the corner. White back up to Gatto. Swing it. Get it. They got it to the corner to Bryce, but maybe a moment too late. He can get it back to Bryce.
Nice
Here comes a
ball.
3. He buries it. Just what we needed. Only down 4 now. Bryce could have got a foul there. Put his hands on him for probably a little bit too long. Carroll's crowd wants to travel. I'm sure they're already not too happy with the refs. They get it away. Stolen away by the all-district linebacker. The all-district linebacker, Peyton Wardell, steals it, and Carroll only down 2 now. Carlisle, they've really fumbled that lead that they had there.
Timeout, Wildcat.
Timeout. The crowd loves it. The bench loves it. And Carroll is right back into the game. Basketball is a game of runs, and we just witnessed one right here.
Carroll has just turned into the comeback city tonight.
What a big 3 there by Bryce to cut the lead.
Yeah, that's something you don't. When you're a high school kid, most people don't even have the confidence to do that. Bryce just effortlessly put it up there, made it. 0 effort.
You told me I wouldn't get a call a game winner tonight, but I might.
We ain't calling a game winner. We're calling a winning game for the Tigers.
All right. 2:46 left to play. Crowd really energized. Carroll got some big plays going, and the crowd got loud. Carroll made some mistakes, and they had to call a timeout to stop the momentum. They called a full timeout. It's been quite a long timeout. I feel like we've been sitting here for a while.
Yeah, the Tigers just right back into it now after being down this whole half. And they're still down, but
They still come into a defensive possession here, and they really need a stop. If you can get a stop and a score here, the game is in your hands, and you should be able to ride that to the finish line.
yeah, that technical foul from Evan, though, if I'm being honest, not even that.
It's a little
because
bit
I go to Carroll,
unfortunate.
but just because I saw it, did not look like a technical
Coach
foul.
McGill drops his papers all over the floor. Carlisle inbounds it. Heedman hands it off up top. Calls out a play. Heedman now with it. He's going to dribble right. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Foul on Tanner Gatto, and they get free throws. It's that new rule. He had his hand on him for too long.
Can't have your hand on him for more than 2-3 seconds.
Probably. We're going to see a lot of people foul out of games because of that new rule.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it gets changed. Misses on the front half of the 1-and-1. Peterson's able to rebound it. Carl. Wow, that was one heck of a shot. He might have got fouled there, and he was able to put it in, falling away behind the backboard. That's a really clutch shot. They get it to Hammer, down low.
What?
His drop step is a charge.
I did not think.
And Evan, he's really got to control his emotions here because he did a good job there, but any outburst at all is going to tip off the ref. Steal by White. Corner three.
Burlaw.
Bryce Burlaw.
Bang! Right
Crowd
for the
loves it.
student section.
Oh my God!
What?
And we got a foul.
They called it
the
off.
The basket stands if the foul's away from the ball, but Carlisle's going to get free throws.
And that's going to be Evan, though. Evan's going to be at 4.
What did Evan do?
I think a push. I don't know.
Basket stands, but they're going to get a
foul, but no free throws.
the refs made a bit of a mistake there and didn't give them free throws.
That's the coach's fault for not calling it out either. No!
Assistant soccer coach Jordan Jansen is very unhappy with that call. He leaped out of his seat and flew into the first row of the stands.
I don't think it's just Jordan Jansen. I think it's the entire Carroll.
Nobody in Carroll County agrees with that call.
Nobody in the entire nation agreed with that call.
The refs are getting booed. Really loud booing. Misses long.
Ball does not lie.
Ball don't lie. Rebound Hammer. Bryce.
If Bryce hits anything here, I'm gonna be
Bryce has 14.
ecstatic.
Hammer.
Bryce Burlaw.
Gets it to Burlaw. It's a big possession here with only a minute 34 left. Almost got it stolen away.
Bryce
Hammer
Burlaw.
gets it back. Uh-oh. Oh, Bryce missed it long. Bryce is able to knock it out, though.
No!
And he's
Yes!
They call it travel!
Travel!
I don't agree with that call, but but we'll take it. He wasn't even on the ground. We'll take it.
I mean, if it's gonna be bad calls, at least get bad calls both ways.
Crowd is loud tonight.
See, now, anything happens here, Ethan.
This place is going to explode. Forget the student section, the whole gym. The parents have been getting into this game. What?
Timeout, Tigers.
Timeout. We almost got a 5-second call there, but we get.
And we do have 4 timeouts, now 3, but smart.
Now, this is what Gus would call an infinite timeout glitch. Coach Beeson seems to always have timeouts. I don't know how he does it, but he seems to save his timeouts really well.
Coach Beeson might be one of the best high school coaches I've watched in person before, just always managing timeouts, getting his team rallied. And there is this thing that me and Ethan have that's called the Beeson halftime speech, where you give them a halftime speech and they just come out playing harder for some reason.
For some reason, I don't know, he just empowers this team so much. He's such a great coach.
I've had one Beeson halftime speech in my life when I played Top 64 and we ended up winning the championship that year. It's a very inspirational man.
Beeson used to keep these timeouts before the shot clock era. He used to keep these timeouts for when we'd run Carolina, so we could call timeouts if we got trapped. But now it's just nice to have some timeouts in the back pocket when you're avoiding a 5-second penalty or a 10-second when you're trying to get it across half court.
Ethan, are you ready to watch some craziness?
I'm ready. I can't wait. Any shot here gives Carroll the lead, and any foul puts either team at the free throw line with a double bonus. Hand off to Burlaw. Looking around, finds Gatto up top. Gatto's going to drive left. Spin move. Finds Burlaw outside.
What did he call? What was the call?
The ref on the baseline doesn't know.
If one of the refs doesn't know and the other ref knows, then what's the call?
Two of the refs don't know what the call is. The ref on the far side by the student section called some sort of offensive foul, and Carlisle has the ball now.
I'd be a scared man if you call that and you're the only one that knows what's going on in front of the student section.
I have no clue what happened. Carlisle's going to drive it all the way in. Misses it. Rebound to Burlaw. They're out in transition and running. He's got to watch out. He finds Jack White. He pump fakes. He puts it up.
Bucket!
Wow!
Bucket!
What a shot! He wasn't even looking at the rim, and he threw it over his head, and it went in the hoop.
Bucket by Jack.
Carlisle now down for one of the first times in the half. He drives baseline, finds a dump-off pass.
Give him a jump, give him a jump, give him a jump, please.
Two shots coming up now. Assuming he knocks both these in, Carroll has a chance to hold on for the last shot.
Beeson is upset.
That goes on Bryce, his second foul. Bryce talking to the ref to see what he did wrong. Got a fist bump. Oh, Lord. They're yelling. He buries it. Ties the game. Big free throw here.
I can't hear myself when he puts the free throw up. I'm going to sit and let you guys listen to what I can hear.
You really need him to miss. Carlisle loves it. Bryce going to walk it up. I'm not sure if we're going to hold for one here. Nope, we're going right into it. We're getting a play going right away. Hand off to Gatto. Gatto's going to drive. Can't find anything. Gets it to
Burlaw.
Bryce is going to take a three.
Bang! Bryce Burlaw!
Everyone's
Bryce Burlaw!
Burlaw gives the Tigers a 2-point lead. 14 seconds to go.
No threes.
They can't find anything. Timeout Carlisle, 8 seconds
Let's
left.
go!
The bench leaps into the...
It's so loud.
I haven't seen the Carroll crowd get loud like this since Caleb Booth's shot against Winterset last year.
I was in the concession stands and I could hear it
Very
just as
unfortunate
loud
for
as
you.
in here. That was, I missed it. I missed that
All
one.
the adults are still on their feet.
Student section's hype.
It's got to be intense in that huddle. Now you can't forget, we have lost on a buzzer beater to Carlisle before.
I watched that and I may or may not have shed a tear.
Very similar scoreline.
I was like, what, 12?
Yeah, we were in like 6th grade.
I shed a tear.
Colin Lister hit a
Half-court
half-court shot right over Justin Moore.
So Coach Beeson's seen that then.
Coach Beeson, he can't foul here. You got to be careful. I'm sure he's reassuring that to everybody
maybe
in the
foul.
huddle. No, you don't want to foul.
If it's a three-point, if they shoot a three-pointer, you got to box out. Because if the rebound goes and they get it back, they're going to have a second chance. You can only have one chance shot here if they get it off.
I'm sure he's telling them what he told them in practice all week. Use your body, not your hands. Using your hands will get you a foul. You got to use your body here. Carlisle with a chance to tie it and send it to overtime or to win it. Looking for their first win on the season. They get it in. Handoff to Peterson. Another handoff. They can't find anything. They get it to Bryce. Game's over.
Game over.
Everyone loves it. 68-66. The Tigers come away
Game
with it.
over.
They stay in contention for the conference championship. Everyone's on their feet, and Carlisle has to leave the gym very disappointed.
Heartbreak for Carlisle.
Heartbreaker. They must have thought they were going to get their first win on the year. Bryce Burlaw hits huge threes. He ends with 17, leading scorer for both teams, and the eventual game winner with just about 20 seconds on the clock. The game's over, but there's still plenty of energy in the game.
I mean, yeah, the energy's been conserved. Everyone is going to go home happy over the weekend.
Happy Friday.
See you guys next home game.